All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will be talking about Jane Fonda going on The View and flat out saying that if you're a pro-life activist, if you're a pro-life politician, if you oppose the pro-choice narrative in any way, shape, or form, you need to be murdered. And I'm not mischaracterizing what she said. She literally said, if you ain't rocking with the pro-choice movement, you need to be murdered. And The View laughed it off as if she said nothing, which is crazy. But we're about to get into this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while we watching. Now let's roll it.
Came well before Roe v. Wade was overturned, and now Walgreens, I don't know if you know this, Walgreens won't even offer the abortion pill in 21 states. It's against the law in those states.
Yeah, right.
And so Walgreens, I guess, has to follow the law. But we find that very upsetting.
Daunting, right.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
Well, I think all the stuff that's gone on with the change in laws and the backsliding in the country is pretty terrifically awful.
It's going backwards.
And we have
though,
yeah,
we have experienced many decades now of having agency over our body, of being able to determine when and how many children to have. We know what that feels like. We know what that's done for our lives. We're not going back. I don't care what the laws are. We're not going back.
I think the women will rise up.
That's the activist.
That's Jane.
Speaking, and she probably will get a Nobel Prize.
But it's the truth.
Very soon.
It is the truth. We're not going to do it.
Besides
We're gonna
marching and protesting, what else do you suggest?
well,
Well,
it doesn't
I thought of
happen
murder.
overnight. It's not a miraculous. What did you say?
Murder.
She's kidding. Wait a second. She's just kidding.
Don't say that. That's
Oh,
not,
you don't know. They'll pick up on that and
Yeah,
just run
that's
with
the
it.
worst.
She's just
Joking.
kidding. It's
Well, let me talk to you about. Let's move on and talk about Jane's activism, which is legendary.
Yeah, let's just move on and talk about activism as if she didn't just say that murder is the solution to get rid of people who are pro-life. Now, it's ironic to me that people on the left often talk about hate speech and how speech is violence. You can't criticize someone too roughly because that might incite someone to be violent against them. You know, speech is violence. All of this craziness. But when a woman goes on their show and says that pro-lifers need to be murdered, they just laugh it off. This was a great display of the fact that if you're on the left, you can pretty much say whatever you want about people on the right. You're not going to get canceled. No one's going to say shame on you. It's just going to go right over people's heads. Who cares? This just shows the low level of tolerance that people on the left actually have towards people on the right. People on the right have been practicing this kindness for a very long time now, where it's like, you know what, we may disagree, but it's okay. Agree to disagree. It's no problem. If they don't believe in what I believe, it's cool. But people on the left, however, will scream, yell, kick, throw rocks, and they claim to be the most loving, the most accepting, and the most tolerant. But if you can't even agree to disagree, if you can't allow someone to have their opinion without calling them a hateful or a bigot, then you're not very tolerant at all. Now, if you live in a deep blue state or a liberal city, saying that you're pro-life in front of the wrong crowd could get you attacked. And we've seen pro-life pregnancy centers getting firebombed, getting graffiti sprayed. We've seen all of this. I got a video real quick that I want you guys to take a look at. Let's see it.
In the morning, I got a call saying essentially that the glass had been broken and fires had been lit. This is, as I said then, I say now, the pro-abortion crystal knocked, and I'll keep saying it until we get some arrests.
So to what extent are our politicians complicit or maybe even encouraging this violence against pro-life Americans?
Well, pro-abortion politicians, they are definitely emboldening the violence. Not only are they refusing to criminalize the violence, they 6 days after we were firebombed, New York State Governor Hochul came out signing a bill not to investigate the arsonists, but to investigate us. And while she was at the press conference signing the bill, she referred to us as subhuman, calling us Neanderthals. And after that, there was this cascading kind of press PR campaign against pregnancy centers and all that war. The Biden administration came out on Friday, basically charging the Attorney General, Merrick Garland, to investigate the quote-unquote fraudulent practices of pregnancy centers. You have the Attorney General Letitia James in New York coming out, signing a letter to Google demanding that they wipe us off the maps. We've got 21 senators and congressmen sending another letter to Google saying that we shouldn't be able to advertise on Google. This is an all-out war on pregnancy centers.
So you've seen the video I just played. You've seen the level of violence directed towards people who happen to be pro-life in these pregnancy centers. You can't wag your finger at conservatives for inciting hate speech and say absolutely nothing and laugh and joke when a woman says that she wants to murder people who are pro-life. Because as we've seen, these pro-choice, leftist, activist lunatics already have it out for people who are pro-life. And the one thing I can't wrap my head around that does not make sense about people who are pro-choice: how are you pro-choice, but you don't support a woman's choice to have a baby? It's also in a woman's choice to have a baby and to go to a pregnancy center and to get help and to have options. She might not want to kill her baby, because that's what abortion is. You're killing the baby inside of you. You can pretend it's just a clump of cells all you want, but it's a baby inside of you, and you getting rid of it when you get an abortion. Get rid of whatever code word you want to use is killing. So what about those ladies who want to exercise their choice to put the baby up for adoption or other options? And we always talk about pro-choice, pro-choice. Before you even get pregnant, there are a multitude of choices you can make to avoid getting pregnant. And that's something that I never, ever, ever hear pro-choice people talking about. They never talk about the choices that a woman can make before she happens to get pregnant that could prevent her from getting pregnant. But they ain't gonna talk about that. But you guys, that's it for the video. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on your way out the door. And until next time, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.